It's about these guys hopping from building to building, racing across rooftops, spinning their way down fire escape, jumping across concrete culverts. And the guys are all very young and they're in amazing shape. They're as good as any gymnast I've ever seen in my life. Yes, Lisa?
That sounds like the silliest non-sport I have ever heard in my entire life. Well, these people, they don't have anything better to do with their lives than to just jump off of buildings?
Oh, you jump from building to building. It just seems like something that would just...
Why would you go off a skateboard ramp that high?
Does anybody get this?
Well, yeah, I think I do. It's, you know, like mountain climbing. It's not something, you know, I don't wake up every morning saying, boy, I want to risk my life climbing Mount McKinley, but there are a lot of people who do.
Just because people do it, does that make it...
Why is you agree mountain climbing is a sport, right?
No, mountain climbing is not a sport. It's an activity.
Why do you say that?
You can eat while doing it. It is not a sport.
I think they're athletes. Really? Have you ever seen baseball?
I have an argument there.
If you found out that they were highly disciplined, that there are classes and training, and then there's this whole performance part of it that may evolve into a competition, would you find that compelling?
No.
Why don't you want to do the piece?
I just don't find it interesting. I would never, if I saw it, say, oh boy, that's interesting, I want to find out more about it.
If you saw people...
This is something that white people do. How many black people parkour? None!
But what's your point?
It's just that there's some things that are just intrinsically not interesting to us as a people. This is one of them. We're not really interested in rock climbing or jumping out of airplanes or jumping off of buildings.
You feel comfortable saying that on behalf of all black people?
I don't know why.
You know, 50 years ago, you could have said that about tennis or golf and black people.
That's not true.
Tennis, 50 years ago, and golf?
Once we had the exposure.
Well, how many black people have been exposed to parkour? You never heard of it till 5 minutes ago.
Show of hands at the table who thinks Lisa Salter should report the piece.
No, I don't think, no. You shouldn't do that to her.
Parkour is an art of movement in which you train the body to overcome obstacles in the most efficient or effective way. Parkour teaches you to problem solve, overcome fear, think critically in life. If I have a problem, how am I going to get around it? How am I going to overcome it?
Ryan Ford, a junior at the University of Colorado, was 16 years old when he started practicing parkour, a largely underground sport that involves running, jumping, vaulting, and rolling through different environments.
How did you get into it?
I wanted to learn how to do a type of flip, and I went online and came across parkour videos, and I thought it looked really cool, like something I'd want to try. From there, I just went outside and started trying some stuff and just got hooked.
There are an estimated 40,000 American traceurs, or practitioners of parkour. Founded in France in the mid-'80s, the sport is now showing up in pop culture, with appearances in the latest James Bond movie, Casino Royale, Scion commercials, and K-Swiss ads.
Is it an extreme sport? How is it different?
We definitely don't see it as an extreme sport. It's more of a discipline that takes a lot of focus, hard work, practice, and without all those things, you just have reckless jumping around.
It looks reckless to me, just watching it.
Before you can jump from a building to another building, you take a 10-foot drop, you condition for years, and we progress very slowly. So we'll do something hundreds of times at ground level.
Parkour does have risks, though no deaths have ever officially been attributed to the sport. Injury rates are similar to action sports like skateboarding or motocross. But it's also a discipline, and its core philosophies, extreme preparation, technique, and concentration, are more in line with martial arts.
You gotta go nice and steady.
Ford now teaches parkour classes in Boulder.
Good. Nice.
Right now, I see Ryan as the leader of the parkour community. He wants to start a parkour gym and just expand parkour in the community and get everyone to know what it is.
Really focused. This is all about balance here.
I mean, he's dedicated and he knows what he's talking about. Parkour is basically Ryan's life. Like, he takes it more seriously than almost anything else I can think of.
For Ford and many other traceurs, parkour's mecca is France. And going there to learn from French masters was Ford's dream.
those of you guys who don't know, I'm going to France on Thursday. So I'm gonna be meeting up with a lot of the original French traceurs, and I'm gonna learn a lot and hopefully bring it back and share it with everyone here.
Parkour started in France. It evolved into something where traceurs from all over the world want to make the journey to. It's a parkour mecca.
What was your motivation to go to France?
I have been getting very serious over the past year or two. At some point, I've got to go to France, and I've got to go see where it started, and I've got to go meet the people who developed it into what it is now. They have so much more to teach me, and I have so much more to learn.
In late September, Ford arrived in Paris to meet his first set of teachers, part of a group of French traceurs called the Yamakasi.
I'm Ryan.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Lauren, right?
Yeah, Laurent. It's Ciao.
Ciao, I'm Ryan. Nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you ready for the training?
Yeah, I look forward to what you guys can teach me. What the Yamakasi do mentally and physically, they're able to push themselves so hard. I was just trying my best to not give up and do every single exercise and finish everything just like they were.
Okay, one more. Allez, push.
They do everything just at another level. They do it a lot harder, longer. They're masters of it.
I'm just happy that I had been doing some training like that. Otherwise, there would have been no way I could have made it through that.
Last one. Allez, fight. Allez. Good. Very good. L'art du déplacement, or parkour, is a school of life. He's very strong, he has a very good energy, but he cannot have this energy only in training. I have to have it in life. I pass obstacles here, I will pass obstacles in life.
Next, Ford met with Stéphane Vigreau and Sébastien Goudot, elite traceurs considered in the parkour community to be two of the foremost instructors in the world.
So you have to stay 3 seconds.
3 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're here. Try not to touch the floor. It's a big gap, you can't fall down.
One of the biggest things they're concerned about is just trying your best, always pushing harder, and it's just a love for the movement.
But if movement is their religion, the temple for traceurs is the Dame du Lac, or Lady of the Lake, a massive 50-foot climbing wall on the outskirts of Paris. It's where Stéphane and other French traceurs honed their craft. This parkour landmark is now closed to the public after 2 climbers who were not traceurs fell to their deaths. Our cameras followed as these traceurs snuck in for Ryan's first climb.
Coming here, I think it's a good experience for him to see it for real, experience the training with us, but he's doing well. Yes. Like I told him, there's no rush, it's not a race. Just take your time being strong. Yeah, you can put your foot on this wall. Yeah. You can grab. Yeah. Tight. Yes. First time à la Dame du Lac.
Excellent. Yeah. Feels awesome. Seeing it so many times in video, it's just, it's crazy to actually be up on top.
How did that visit to France change you and the way you look at parkour?
It definitely changed the way I see things. Change the ways I teach people, change the ways I train. Parkour is blowing up around here. I mean, there are shoe companies coming out with parkour shoes. There's parkour classes. There's hundreds of people doing parkour in every state. There's parkour clubs and universities.
For you, do you think you'll still be doing parkour 5 years from now, 10 years?
I intend to do parkour as long as I can. In parkour, there are no obstacles, there are no barriers. You just see opportunities.
So is it a sport?
No, it's not a sport. Just because people do it doesn't make it a
But he
sport.
trains like any other athlete. I mean, it requires an incredible amount of athletic ability to be able
It's
to
a
do
discipline.
it. How is it not a sport?
It's a discipline. It's not a sport.
Are you a little concerned that, I mean, this is going to inspire some 9-year-old out there?
I am. I don't think kids should be doing it. Absolutely not.
You were dead set against the piece, so you glad you went and did it?
It was interesting. And I'm telling you, Ryan was he was a great kid. So when you see somebody who's passionate about what he or she is doing, you get that. So I may not understand what he does, but I get his passion for what he does.
Next on E60.
That's a good one.
The sports guy.
JD Drew, game one.